tape for this featherweight fight. 28-year-old against 29-year-old. Little taller is Roop, but it's Hioki with a slight reach advantage. The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Josh Rosenthal.
Josh Rosenthal, our referee. Hioki and Roop.
Gentlemen, you ready? You ready? Let's fight! On that tab, George! Hang on, way to stay busy.
Yeah, he landed it just barely, but it just shows you what kind of sneaky technique this guy has right off the bat.
Roop is so accustomed, Joe, to being much taller than his opponents, especially at 145, and he's still 2 inches taller than Hioki. But Roop said, this is the tallest guy I've fought. He connected with a right.
Roop tagged him. It was excellent timing.
Nicely done as he jumped into that leg kick into the shin, part of the shin into the thigh.
He did a good job of
Hioki.
setting that up with the hands as well, Mike.
And again quickly with the left. Nice combination. Roop is very precise, very crisp early.
Low kick. I don't know if Josh, yeah, he saw it. Okay.
The danger of the inside leg kick.
Let's take a look at it because everybody wants to see it. You know how America
Take your
works.
time. Yeah, you have time on the clock. Get your breath. When you're ready, we'll go.
And here it is.
Okay. Take your
Hello.
time. I know you were looking for it. All right, let's just try to keep that inside kick. You good? All right. Jump. Back to it.
All right, we continue. Roop really taking command early. A UFC veteran, 6th UFC fight.
Well, you know, that is huge. You know, the experience factor. Roop has an unfortunate habit of keeping his neck straight up, his chin straight up when he throws punches. See how he does that?
Yep.
He's very good, but he's got to be careful he doesn't get countered. Right there, he got caught. It takes a lot of discipline to keep your chin tucked and your shoulders high, the proper technique, but it pays dividends.
Hioki switched his stance there and had the left kick try to connect to the midsection, and again, now he looks to go inside.
Hioki's tied him up. Good clinch, solid clinch, and Hioki will pull guard to drag this fight to the ground. Very, very confident in his ground game. He's got 12 wins by submission. So far, good takedown defense by Roop.
Roop has been working on that as well as his strength and conditioning over the last few fights. Born and raised in Tucson, Arizona, still trains there. Said he will be ready when he was asked about welcoming Japan's Hatsu Hioki to the UFC tonight.
Well, it's got to be interesting for Roop putting on strength, doing strength and conditioning and putting on mass, because he originally started his career in the UFC at 155, dropped down to 45, fought in the WEC. So it's got to be difficult for him to cut down to 45, and then if he's adding weight and muscle to it, it makes it even more difficult. So it's a real fine line that they have to dance between strength and conditioning and just making sure that you don't make it too difficult to cut down to 145, because a lot of people think like that's Jose Aldo's problem, that Aldo has put on a lot of muscle mass over the last couple of years, and because of that, it's sort of made the cut very difficult for him, and subsequently his performances have kind of suffered because of that. Nice knees to the body here by Hioki.
The strength and conditioning as well as getting to the proper weight, Joe. So scientific in the modern day of mixed martial arts.
Look how good Roop's takedown defense is there. Much improved. You can really see that because Hioki's really trying to drag him down, and Roop is just pushing his face off. He's got to make sure he doesn't get a finger in the eye there. Oh, Hioki's got his back. Roop screwed up.
Yep. Trying to take advantage of this position.
Now Roop has got to keep his back up against the cage. Very important here. 2-on-1 is good. He's got two. There he goes. Much better now. But he's got to keep his back up against the cage. And Roop turns him around. Nicely done. Good defense. And that was a good opportunity by Hioki, and he wasn't able to capitalize on it. Hioki's trying again. He's dragging him. Oh, nicely done. Into side control. Very nice.
You're fine here,
1 minute on the clock here in round one.
Yeah, not much time to work once he's got him on the ground. But if Roop makes a mistake, Hioki can capitalize on it quickly. He's going to try to go knee to the belly here and slide over. And a lot of times fighters will do this just to see if the other fighter tries to explode to defend, and in doing so, they give up a position. Oh, look at that.
Again, the battle in the
Forced him
grappling
down
game.
with that one arm pinned behind his back like that.
Close guard.
Nice shots from the bottom by Roop.
Yep, and Hioki didn't like it. He postured up, A, to try to get more aggressive, and B, to get out of the way of those shots from the bottom. Roop is right back up quickly.
And one thing Hioki is not used to is elbows. You know, the organizations that he fought for in Japan did not have elbows on the ground. And let's see if he can utilize those and defend against those, and how he feels about that.
Roop pushing forward,
Roop's going
final
after
seconds of this round. A little bit of head fighting by George Roop. Round one complete.
And here's a nice Roop right hand connected right on the jaw of Hioki. And here's this beautiful takedown by Hioki. Right into side control.
What's the distance? Use your game.
Joe, one of the things that has worked against Hatsu Hioki in the past is sometimes he comes in without a true game plan. And right now it looks like George Roop has one. He's sticking to it, and it was effective in the first round.
Well, it seems Hioki's game plan is to try to get it to the ground. And once he got it to the ground, he did get side control. He got in some good positioning, but Roop did a great job of defending. So yeah, Roop's game plan is obviously to keep the fight standing and defend on the ground and get right back up to the feet, which he did in the first round.
And to fight even taller than he already is. Nice combination, finished with the head kick.
Very nice combination.
Nice body shot by George Roop. Roop from The Ultimate Fighter, 12 wins in his MMA career. Roop, a former high school quarterback, born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. To the body. Roop looking to utilize his reach advantage in this fight. And
Head
again
kick,
with the
very
head kick.
nice.
Joe, we've often talked about, men who have a lot of reach who don't utilize that reach properly. George Roop is not one of those men.
Yeah, he fights very tall. As I said, the only criticism that I ever have is that he keeps his chin up. Hioki's got him down and in full mount.
Great takedown, better position.
Brilliantly done.
And locking the legs.
Yeah, what he's trying to do is protect the mount position. George Roop's trying to push him down and sneak his legs out and sneak his knees up. See how he's doing that? And Hioki has to be careful of this because if Roop gets up, look at that. Oh, beautiful job. Look how he transitioned right into side control there. He knew he was losing the mount position, so expertly slid over into side control.
That is high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu right there.
Yeah, beautiful positioning by Hioki, but let's see if he can finish now. He's got head and arm control, inside control, but it's much easier to defend than it is to submit.
Hioki has defeated Roop's teammate
He's looking for an Americana
twice.
He's looking for an Americana, and Roop got his hand out. Roop's got to be careful of that right arm. As Hioki pins it down, he's looking to pin down the wrist with his right arm and get what you call an Americana, or a, look at that,
wow.
Right back to it.
Explodes
full mount again.
Right to the full mount. Let's see if he can keep it and do damage. Just past the midway point of this fight, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. UFC debut for Hatsu Hioki with the full mount on George Roop.
And Roop's got to be careful he doesn't give up his back there. He almost did. And in desperation, guys will buck and kick and try to explode and get back up to their feet, and they'll take a chance by rolling over to their stomach to try to just pin themselves back up and just jump out of the position. But when you do that, you give up the back, you risk the opponent locking on a choke or getting full back mount.
Under 2 minutes on the clock here in the second round.
Roop has to try to technically escape this. Hioki is too good with his positioning for Roop to just try to explode and create space. So what Roop has got to do is he's got to get at least one hand on the hip and hip escape. Now you see how Hioki uses his feet, the hooks, the butterfly hooks to grapevine the legs of George Roop, and that's to keep Roop from doing this. Roop tries to shrimp and hip escape and then pull one of those knees up and in between those legs. He's always doing that. He's pushing down and he's trying to pull a knee up to get himself into a less vulnerable position. He's got such long legs, and there he's got a knee up. Now he's in a much better position now. It seems like not that big of a deal, but that one knee, having it up, is much better. And Hioki flattened it back down again. So good mount so far by Hioki. He's shown like real good control. There's the grapevine. See how he's using that with his shins? He spreads the legs apart and grapevines them, keeps them down right there. You see that with his butterfly hooks? But Hioki's done nothing as far as attempted submission. He went for one Americana.
And he hasn't had much, if any, ground and pound at all.
Yeah.
Yet tons of octagon control.
And no elbows. You know,
right.
We haven't seen him utilize those elbows that were unavailable to him in those Japanese organizations.
And that's a great point, Joe, because you don't all of a sudden instinctively go to the elbow when you haven't been allowed to use it for so many years.
Good job by Roop of exploding and creating space. He took it very nice up kick,
and he is back up.
Look at that.
Good up kicks by George Roop. He's fired up into the round.
Look at
swinging
that.
For a finish.
He's taking turns between punching him and then taunting him. Nice.
George Roop gets up, very angry and aggressive on Hioki. Earlier in the round, the head kick by Roop.
Very nicely done. And here's the takedown by Hioki. And watch how he takes him down and goes right into mount. Look at that right leg come flying over the top and instantly goes into full mount. And here's a nice up kick by Roop. Watch this. Right on the mug. And Hioki let him up because of that.
Stand up with him. He can't sub you, dude. All he's going to do is try and hold you down if he gets you down, okay? Take his ass down.
Yes, sir.
Show him you can do everything he can do and beat his ass on the feet. You're winning every stand-up exchange. The stand-up is yours. Take him down.
Third and final round, the beautiful Ariani, the lovely Shondella. Mandalay Bay Event Center, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Gentlemen, last round.
5 minutes remain in this fight. Hioki had the mount.
Oh, look at that.
Big takedown.
Very nicely done. And George Roop listens to his corner. Went right after him.
Right. Yes, sir, and he does it immediately. Watch for those long legs of George Roop.
Well, Hioki has really not gotten his rhythm on the feet, hasn't gotten off any, flying knee. Hasn't gotten off any good combinations on Roop, so Roop is real confident standing up.
All kinds of different angles Roop utilizing.
And Hioki
and nice
shoots.
sprawl.
Very nicely defended by Roop.
Slips and rips. Again, it's Roop trying to work him over inside. Hioki has him up against the fence.
Hioki's got a body lock here. Let's see if he can take Roop down again.
Under 4.
Again, good takedown defense by Roop.
The corner of George Roop warning him that Hioki's going to try to tie up the leg. Roop's still on his feet.
Nice knee by Roop. Hioki's got to get something going. You know, I think Hioki won that second round, you know, just by mounting him and controlling him. But Roop is definitely getting the better of the stand-up exchanges.
Just over 3 left. It was octagon control, Joe, as we talked about. Not a ton of damage, but a ton of control, especially being in the full mount.
Yeah, but never attempted one submission. Just kind of held him down there. And I don't know why. You know, it looked like he was looking for openings, but he wasn't setting things up.
Keep your pressure. You're winning.
His corner telling him to keep the pressure. George Roop right in front of his trainers. Midway point of the third and final round.
Hioki, the way he's controlling the left arm of Roop, he lifted his leg up as if he was going to try to take him to the ground. He doesn't have that arm anymore. But I was thinking that he was going to pull guard. Again, now he's got it. He's got that right arm tied up in an overhook. Nope, he doesn't have it deep anymore.
Back to the center they go. 2 minutes on the clock.
Wow, I don't know what happened. Something cut him.
Yep, there's a cut on the face of George Roop. Not too bad, though. Oh, nicely
Roop
done.
takes him down again.
Came in from a little different angle, and he's got him on his back, which is huge in a tight fight with under 2 minutes left.
It is, but Hioki's got a wicked guard, and Roop has got to mind his P's and Q's in here, keep his hands on the chest. He doesn't want to have an arm pinned to the ground like his right arm is here. His right arm, the way it's down on the ground, and Hioki has that overhook, puts that left arm in jeopardy. Yeah, you heard his corner saying, watch that overhook, and George did a great job of posturing up.
Watch the kick.
He ate a kick there, but it was a bit illegal because Roop is on his knees.
Watch that up kick, Hioki.
Very good. Very good. George Roop won it.
Good solid punches here by Roop. Rubber guard goes to mission control.
Under a minute on the clock.
He's going for mission control, but I don't think he has the right arm pinned to the mat, which makes that a problematic position because he could lose it very easily, which he just did.
Roop obviously prepared for this huge challenge tonight as he faced off against what he calls the toughest guy he has ever fought. 30 seconds left in the fight.
You know, a lot of Japanese fighters have a hard time fighting in the UFC, and there's a lot of speculation as to why. Of course, Yushin Okami being the most successful, but Kid Yamamoto, Gomi, these guys are superstars over in Japan and put on spectacular performances, but they've struggled inside the octagon, and a lot of people wonder why. There's been all sorts of speculation. Phil Baroni says it's because of flying from Japan to the United States is more taxing on the body than flying from the United States to Japan. I don't understand how that works, but he was trying to explain it to me, and it sounded like it might be true, but it might be crazy. But when you look at the numbers of Japanese fighters that are so good in Japan and struggle over here, you know, it makes you wonder.
Well, the one thing we did see was the fine takedown ability of Hatsu Hioki as we look at our fight replay.
Yeah, here is a beautiful trip. Look at that. Took him down into side control. And here's another one. Took him down full mount. And here's George Roop with a nice right hand. And here's this nice front kick, fake, boom. Turns it into a roundhouse kick at the top. And here's a nice takedown by George Roop, listening to his corner.
With the official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 29-28, Hioki, 29-28, Roop, and 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Hatsu Hioki.
Hatsu Hioki earns the split decision victory in his UFC debut.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Hatsu Hioki. A very close fight. Were you surprised by the victory?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's tough.
George Roop came at you very aggressive. Did you expect that? What type of fight did you expect from Roop here tonight?
Yeah, he was stronger than I expected.
Stronger than you expected?
Yes.
Well, welcome to the UFC. Congratulations on your victory. You are internationally known as a very skillful fighter and a very welcome addition here to the featherweight division.
I want to say something to the world. Even though we are in a tough situation, Japanese MMA is not dead. It's time to change. Check our fight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hatsu Hioki, ladies and gentlemen.